random 60-second game review. Don't judge me, I have no budget. If you've ever been playing Doom and thought to yourself, man, this is great, but I really wish it had more religion in it, boy, do I have the game for you. This is Super 3D Noah's Ark, which sounds like an exhibit a weird history museum in Alabama would put on. It's a Super Nintendo game released in 1994, which is pretty clearly just a Doom or Wolfenstein clone. You play as Noah, running around the Ark knocking out these restless animals with a slingshot because God told you to? I mean, that's the only person that it makes sense to be speaking at the beginning of the game, but why is God not helping him? Why is he making him do all this? The gameplay here is literally just Wolfenstein 3D, except you have to stare at Noah's creepy smile the entire game in the bottom corner. I will say though, the map is designed very well, the soundtrack slaps, and the game is very funny. And for being a Wolfenstein clone, I mean, Wolfenstein's fun, so the gameplay is pretty fun. The game has a lot more charm than you'd expect from a weird knockoff Bible game based off a first-person shooter. So that's why I'm rating this game 6 Great Floods out of 10. See you next time. Random 60-second game review. Now, love them or hate them, there have always been movie tie-in games. But have you ever seen a game based on a documentary? I'm gonna assume probably not, because that sounds like a horrible idea. Here's March of the Penguins, a puzzle game released in 2006 for the DS. So how the hell do you make a nature documentary into a video game? Well, by completely stealing and butchering the gameplay of one of the most famous puzzle games of all time, Lemmings, of course. It's the same concept of solving puzzles to guide a group across obstacles and collect things, except here it's penguins and not little green dudes. The first problem with the game, though, is there's no pause button. No pause button? Isn't that like the first thing you add to a video game? And in a puzzle game like this where the penguins move on their own, it gets really annoying really fast. The gameplay is also annoying because there's a limit to how many items you can put down at a certain time, so half the time you're just sitting there waiting around for the penguins to do what you want them to do. The game is challenging not because it's tricky and fun to figure out these puzzles, it's challenging because the gameplay is awful. I'd say save your time and watch the documentary instead. At least that one actually has Morgan Freeman. So I'm giving this game 3 penguins out of 10. Random 60-second game review. So this was the first time I've ever had to check the Wikipedia page of a game just to understand what was happening on screen. Introducing Hot Potato for the Game Boy Advance, a action puzzle top-down shooter game. I don't really know what this game is. The gameplay is interesting, to say the least. You control a little bus with these alien potato things, as the goal is to shoot your aliens to connect with the same colored aliens on the street and eliminate them. According to Wikipedia, my trusted source for this video, the aliens in your bus are females, so does that mean this is some like weird mating thing? I mean, I sure hope it's not. That's really weird. I don't want to think about the potatoes having sex. Also, I've never seen a game that only has 3 options, one of them being contrast. Despite all the weirdness, the game actually is pretty fun and has a weird charm to it that I really enjoy. It's fun, a little challenging, and very fast-paced. So I'm rating this game 6 potatoes out of 10. See you next time. Random 60-second game review. Don't you guys just love the circus? You know, lions, fire, knives, clowns, all family-friendly stuff. Well, you're in luck, because today we're playing Circus Charlie on the Famicom, or the NES as it's known in the West. In this game, he plays a little clown named Charlie who competes in 5 circus-themed minigames. These include jumping through rings of fire on the back of a lion, walking across a tightrope while jumping over monkeys, jumping across balls, riding on the back of a horse while jumping on trampolines, and finally, a trapeze. Jesus fucking Christ, Charlie, think we can take a break? Is this a one-man show or something? Why is Charlie acting like a superhero? My personal favorite part of this game, though, is the judgmental elephant just sitting in the background of all the minigames. This game is very simple, as all the minigames just repeat until you lose all your lives. It's honestly really sad. Poor Charlie's just trapped in this endless loop of these demonic circus minigames. The game's simple, cute, charming, and really addicting. So I'm giving Charlie 8 peanuts out of 10. That barely worked. See you next time.